Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Campman. Albert, we've both been there. Those one-pointers and overtimers and buzzer beaters and no different in football. Those guys are going, right now, those guys are sitting there on that one play. Did I push him out of bounds? Could I have knocked the ball away? Could I have held a little harder? Coach is thinking, should we have gone for... It's the worst.
What a great lead-in it is, George.
It's the worst.
Because as fans, sometimes you see the fumble or you see the big play with 7 minutes left in the game for me. But there's 3 or 4 plays in the first, second, third, and fourth quarter that on film, you look and think, jeez, we could have had that one better. One more block, one more tackle. That's what happened to Poland this past weekend as they lost to Licking Valley 25-24, leading by 14 points. When you're leading by 14 points, George, and you're looking at the scoreboard, hoping it runs out, tough one to swallow, as the Poland kids and Coach Williams said. Lots of tears in the locker room. Been there before. That means they care. And if you see some smiles in that locker room after losing 25-24, I'm not much for that. I'd rather see tears.
I don't see a smile. No. But you look at double the time of possession.
Yes.
And you just think, and then doesn't the defending state champ go out and the other? You can write it down for this team. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's
fate, right? Yeah.
Now, what's the chance of the defending state champ getting beat in the other semifinal?
I know, isn't that the truth? Josh Alessi, playing with a separated shoulder, still carried the ball 35 times for 186 yards, said that he had to do it. His team needed him. Poland understands that. They didn't get there because of running back, because of a quarterback. They got there because of the camaraderie, the whole team. What a great year for Poland. Go out in a tough way, but we would like to send our congratulations out to you.
Coach, great job, guys. We know how hard. There's nothing. I don't have any words for it, but I know at some point they'll look back on it and think it was a pretty nice achievement, but not right now.
Yeah, Coach Williams, think about where you started in August and where you ended up.
Yeah.
If somebody had told you state semifinals in August, I think you might have signed up.
Ohio's a pretty big state. You're
loaded football-wise.
No, we talked about it. We've discussed this ad nauseum. And I'll tell you, I'll take a guy like this, a Leslie kid, on my team anytime. Put him on my team right now. I don't care where I'm playing because I know one thing, I'm going to get his best.
Yeah, and when you look around, all these egos that are around us, George called me complaining so badly.
No, the other night I called him. I can't. They're fighting before the game.
Yes.
First of all, they're so stupid. They're swinging at guys with helmets on.
Right.
All you're going to do is break your head. Mm-hmm. Nothing else.
Selfish.
And secondly, this team is so many. They had to fire the coach yesterday. They had to.
Yeah. When you see that kind of action, it will make you throw up. As 2 ex-coaches sitting here that value discipline and value doing it right. I don't understand. Georgia has a player that they need to win the championship.
He has to play Saturday, but he can't. With another guy, they end up in the stands. There's a guy sitting there, took a pretty good shot.
Jeez.
I'd sue that school. I'd put so many zeros after that thing, they'd be afraid not to settle.
You come with that sling on?
I'd come in with a sling on, one of those neck rolls, they wear.
You look like a football player.
I'd come in like this. I'd say, your guy came into the stands and hit me just right. But no, seriously.
I know.
The dude peeing in the end zone the other
Yes,
day. No, wait, here's the best thing. They fired the coach. He was one of them that was all upset.
I know.
Should have thought of that before he peed in the end zone.
We're not sure. We can never be sure that they weren't firing him anyway.
Yeah.
But that put the check mark at the end.
How about these dudes going in? Well, we're not playing then. Well, you're 4-8. I'll take all new guys.
We'll take new guys.
These kids,
they don't get it.
I said the other day, these guys are jumping off in D-Day. Your chance of making the shore are minuscule.
Right.
And they're canceling Halloween because it's raining.
I know.
We're not doing these kids any favors, Al.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We're rubbing their head to the point where they can't take any adversity.
Yeah,
and the first, you saw Brady last night.
Yeah, he couldn't handle it.
Pounding that helmet down, throwing his stuff. Couldn't take it.
Because he has no adversity in his life. He's been blessed his whole life. And when he hits hard, that's where you go. Talking about adversity, YSU basketball lost to Youngstown State, lost to Central Michigan 88-72 on Saturday.
What are you seeing? Middle of the MAC? Upper middle MAC?
Probably. That's what my guess would be. They start out 6-2, so they might be better.
Okay.
But we know this, that they still have not got the identity. Some games are in the 60s. Some guys in this game that was in 80, high, almost 90. I still think that's what the biggest thing that Coach Calhoun has to figure out his staff. How do we want to play to win? Like, I know you don't want to play as slow as Virginia. That's the way they play. But you don't want to play as fast as Loyola Marymount either. But somewhere, you have to decide how we're going to play to win.
Robert Morris would be a good test.
Oh, yeah. They're
Middle,
a good team.
they would finish upper middle.
That's a good team,
too.
too.
They're not a great team.
Right.
But they're always formidable. And
That's a good game. They play this Wednesday night. Go out and see that one.
Yeah, it should be a good one.
That's a really good game. YSU believes they have to win that one because they're playing home to a conference that's considered
you don't count Teal.
smaller than.
Hey, you don't count Teal.
Not at all.
No, we're not even. I don't even see 4-4 there.
No, talk about Hanover University. Let's look at the girls. Coach Barnes and his staff losing their 2 stars, Mary Dunn and Emma Van Zenten, to injuries. The 6'3" and 6'4" girls walking on crutches around the gym before the game. I'll give Coach credit. He decided let's play a different way without them until they come back, or if they do come back. Played 5 out. Played to play shoot threes. Made 11 of them. Moved to 3-3. When you lose a 1,000-point scorer, George, and you lose another girl who's dominant on the boards, it's not easy to win games. Coach Barnes is doing an outstanding job trying to hold the ship together until they come back.
11 3-pointers. Mm-hmm. They've basically made their rep on shooting the basketball. When I think of YSU women, they're getting Majestra.
Got another one coming over.
She can, as they call it today, score the basketball.
Yes, she can.
She can.
Bigger team. Bigger team. They still out rebounding 46-34.
Yeah.
Proof that you go after the ball, you can still rebound the basketball.
I don't know anything about Wagner women. That last couple of years, that league's been Robert Morris and St. Francis.
Yeah, they have.
St. Francis on hard times now. They changed their
for the first time.
No, they did. Something wasn't right. They've had some issues there. Here's the thing. It's like a little train trying to play with the big boys. They have a few hundred students. They play Youngstown State.
They've been good before.
Oh, the girls have been terrific.
Yes.
Well, they had a couple of great players. The girl left that was from Beaver. She was the AD. She resigned. She brought one of her friends in before. A buzzer went off for me. You tell me. 30-some year assistant, never a head coach. A buzzer went off for me. Now, doesn't mean maybe she didn't want to be. Maybe she had family responsibilities. A buzzer went off for me.
Well, I know this. At that place, you better be on the road because they're not finding St. Francis on their own.
Loretto.
Jeez,
man. You can't get there. You literally have trouble. When you go there to scout, it's not unusual. Well, this was before GPS.
Right. Another thing about YSU sports, that's what we always talk about. They have facilities. They have facilities to recruit football, basketball,
indoor football.
Yeah, and baseball. They got soccer, tennis, whatever. If you can get them here and get them to see a game in any sport and get them to see the facility, you can recruit. And finally, in the recruiting wars, the powerhouse around here, Mount Union loses for the first time since I don't remember. I really can't remember. In the semifinals, the number 2 Purple Raiders beat 59-52. The yardage was immense in this game. North Central's quarterback threw for 522. Mount Union had outgained them 713 to 699. Yes. George, is that like 1,200 yards? No, 1,400 yards. No, it's 1,400 yards in the game.
How about this kid, though? For them, I've seen stats, but he caught 12 for 256. The kid threw for 500.
Yes. Amazing stats in this
Mount
game.
Union, your defense, you better...
That's today's world. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah, he called me the other day. He says, I came to a conclusion. I said, what? He said, you can't guard anymore. You can't play defense.
No. There's no chance. I don't know what you do. There's one thing you do. You get a pass rush. So Ohio State proves it. The teams in the pros.
49ers.
If you get a pass rush,
okay,
then you could play without rushing 7, without selling out. But if you can rush with 4 and get 2 defensive guys on the perimeter that really are sensational. I mean, different. Like Chase Young, I'm from Chase, whatever his last name is, from Ohio State.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's a different maker.
He's different.
Completely. And the Watt boys are different makers.
Hey, that Watt for Steelers, I have to say. Does he,
got a chance to be player of the year.
Let me ask you. We'll talk Pittsburgh, Cleveland a little bit. Does he come hard every play?
Every.
I don't see that anymore.
Every play. Yeah, he's talented plus good. Plays hard. You get
that
combination.
That motor.
Yep.
Hey, his brother said the other day, they said to him something about sacks, and he said, I hope it's not my brother. He said, because I won't hear the end of it. He said, they were saying who's number 2, and he didn't know who number 1. He said, I hope it's not my brother.
I love
he said,
it. That's good.
Because I won't hear the end of it. But those boys, when someone plays like that in the pros, my hat is off, because too many of them don't want to run to first base.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get it. But Mount Union plays that way. They've always had. That's why their record is unheard of. First time in 25 years, they won't be playing a national semifinal game. So you go to Mount Union as a freshman, you are thinking you're playing in the national semifinals every year for 25 years.
You lose something wrong.
That is crazy.
No, it's just tremendous.
59-52, they lose.
Now you're talking for the spread, right? The spread off, when both teams go for 1,200, 1,300, whatever the yardage.
Huddle. They don't ever huddle. They never huddle up. They throw the ball every 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute.
And you haven't lived till you do one of those games on TV. Because I remember Slippery Rock one day, kickoff at 1:30. I was leaving the stadium at 10 till 6.
Yes.
Because they pass. So it's either a first down and the clock stops, or it's incomplete and the clock stops.
Yeah, the games have changed so immensely. That's why, as an old dinosaur, and I always admit I am, please stop telling me that Jimmy G's going to have the San Francisco passing record. And I saw Montana and Brody play before him. And Steve Young. He couldn't hold any 3 of their jock straps, but he's going to hold every record because they throw the ball all over the field. They huddle for 3 seconds, and every record's going to be broken. So don't tell me how good the players are. I know they're good, but the records are not right because the offenses are so prolific, and they put the defense in such. You touch them, penalty. You touch the quarterback's any part of his body,
leg, helmet, knee,
it really is
foot.
Roughing the passer. It's just a mental.
Oh, they won yesterday.
The game has changed so badly.
I don't care who wins the game. You know, I don't care. They hit this kid from Pittsburgh. If they'd have hit him any harder, I swear to God, they'd have knocked his teeth out. No penalty. He's undrafted. No reputation. Brady, just nudge his chin sometimes.
It really does happen.
See how fast.
It really does happen.
And NBA's done it forever.
He looks at the referee.
Remember Jordan?
Oh, yes. All the great players get the calls.
Yeah, so,
I just don't like that call. It bothers me that a roughing the passer should be a roughing the passer. I mean, you truly drove the guy.
In other words, there's no doubt. It's whether you eject him or not.
Yeah, that's all.
Not whether he did.
I don't want to just tackle a guy.
Good point. That's good, Albert. NCAA football. I spent last week, I was telling him, how are they going to rig this thing to get Alabama in? Well, they don't have to worry.
No. And for the first time, the type of offenses have caught up with Saban. He doesn't have a pass rush this year. You don't have a pass rush. There's nothing you could do. He's had them. You'll look at around the league, they always get after the quarterback. Now he has to make up defense to try to get there because Auburn is not a team. I know
Bo Nix for 45. Bo Nix is not a 40.
Yeah, and I know
he's young, and I know he's going to be good. I've heard all that nonsense. I'm just saying, right now, last Saturday, he shouldn't go for half 100.
No, just the way it happens in today's world. And Alabama's starting all those young kids who have no idea the speed of the game. You can't teach it. For everyone that's used to it that can do anything they want, there's 4 or 5 of them that are not ready for that. Alabama goes home. They should be. They should be home. Their schedule was weaker this year. It really worked out that they should not be there. And now it's wide open again for a couple teams because Minnesota losing and
Minnesota losing. There's no chance.
Another one now. Yeah.
Here there are 2 things that'll put flies in the ointment. One would be Ohio State getting upset because they deserve to be in. The other would be LSU.
Either one of them.
And that's not. But the difference is Ohio State's an upset. That's a 2.5 touchdown. Right. Where Georgia's under a touchdown. Right. They could win that game.
Yeah.
Do you see it that way?
Do you think that Ohio State loses, they get in?
Yeah. They're that.
Even though they're
the eye test tells me that.
But I think they do.
They're my best team.
And I think so too. But I'm just saying they get beat 21-0 and they
make them think.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the only thing.
I say they get in. Yeah. I say, but I'm telling you.
Wisconsin wouldn't with 2 losses. So.
Right.
See, there would be they're like school principals and administrators. They make up the rules as they go.
Yes.
So they'll throw that card out there that you don't have to be a champ. Now, if they want Baylor, Oklahoma in there, they'll throw the card out the other way and say, well, they were champ.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where they're going. I have no idea.
Could you pick between the Baylor, Oklahoma winner and the Utah, Oregon? No. Oregon can't be in. They'll make it easy if Oregon beats Utah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If the games go upset line, then it's going to happen.
How about Baylor? Imagine if they beat Okie, and they say, "Hey, committee, we're the only team that didn't. We avenged their only loss."
Mm-hmm. If Baylor wins and Utah wins, Utah's gone, right?
I looked at the 3 games they play out of their league. Mm-hmm. They're pretty. They're not impressive.
I would say Utah's right ahead of them coming in this week. So I'd say Utah will go.
That's not going to be an easy task. I'm hoping this Cristobal gets Oregon up for you.
Oh, they'll be ready.
Well, then
those teams are ready.
It's going to be good.
Yes.
Boy, do I love Utah.
A nice team.
Hey, LSU, we know what they put. Joe Burrow there, comes out with his name spelled Cajun style. Did you see it?
No.
He, instead of the O-W, he had EAUX on it.
Okay.
And when he turned the place, he'll never buy a dinner in Baton Rouge, will he?
Football wins, you win, you become a hero.
I got goosebumps thinking about it.
Yes.
Ohio State's still my number one. Clemson, they just keep rolling.
They're a great team.
You see the line Saturday?
Yeah, it has to be.
Could you take it?
No, I wouldn't take it. I don't like the game because that late touchdown, you break the spread. I hate taking a because this is not like Pitt. Like
Virginia's not
way better than Pitt was. Yeah, that's why I can't say it. Yeah,
good point. That makes sense. We talked about winner of Baylor, Oklahoma, Utah, Oregon. The only fly is Georgia winning, as we said. And Swifty got hurt, but they claim it's a bruise. They need Swifty.
Oh yeah. No, but they got 4
Swifties.
Yeah, they got running backs.
All right.
Their defense has got to step up.
Okay.
Because that LSU offense.
How do you step up?
So perfect. Well, hold them to 24. Stepping up, yeah.
24 is good.
Hold them to 24.
What would he over under be? 63?
No, with Georgia playing, no.
53?
Yeah, 57, I'll say.
I've never seen LSU play under.
No, but they haven't played anybody like Georgia.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Okay. I like hearing that. I'd like to see a good game.
Yes.
NFL. Let's start with this. The Pats get beaten, and for the first time, seeing some little throwing of the helmet,
I like it.
And
just proves the point
we're saying Brady's human. We're not saying he's done.
Just proving the point.
Let's talk about. I'm going to say something for a minute. Tell me what you think. All these plaudits that Belichick gets for coaching, and
he gets them.
How about Belichick, the GM? They don't have any players on offense.
Yeah, that's where he's always been special. And he put them all on defense. He put all his money on defense. And not knowing that Gronk was going to retire. I think that is the biggest thing that happened all these years.
Do you think he caught him off guard, even though it was before the draft?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now, would you go get Antonio Brown?
No.
No.
You're talking about selling your soul.
I know, but I think they're past that. I think Kraft,
selling your soul. Yeah, so if you're not worried about selling your soul, go get Brown.
Hey, how about this? You'll like this. I get a text this morning. I see Al got a new. I said, what? What are you talking about? He doesn't use Twitter, but when I see something, he goes, yeah. And then I saw Danny Manning.
So became my hero.
Suspended guys for their language and whatever was going on
at Disney World.
I got a new fan now.
He became my hero
because I didn't like him. I didn't think he could coach. I thought he was just a great player.
See, that's what everybody goes.
God bless him.
No.
Everybody actually stands for something.
Everybody stands. All looks at wins and losses of money.
Yeah.
That's all everybody looks at.
Okay.
But I know I'm way on the other side of this.
No.
And I get that.
I'll give him because I didn't think you. I've now supported.
After watching these, and you called it. You said it made you sick. And that's why finally somebody said, I got to try to make this work.
Got to do this.
I got to sit 4 guys down, and I'll take this loss.
And what hurts is he won.
His job's not safe.
No.
See, that's the other one.
Well, the only good thing I could say to counter, he probably got more than enough money.
But I'm saying that shouldn't be the
Wake
thought.
Forest in that league.
That thought is what everybody thinks. I got money or I don't got money. Mm-hmm. Your thought should not be about money at all.
It should be
doing what's right.
How about Wake Forest, too? That's bottom of the barrel, ACC.
That's all. That's all it should be about.
That could be.
What's the right thing to do?
I give him credit.
Yes.
He gets my credit.
Right.
Ravens win. Big deal is you want to host. See, Pittsburgh, that last game, a lot of people thought, well, maybe they won't play their starters against Pittsburgh last game.
Right.
But it looks like home field's going to be in the balance, so they'll
have to. Yeah. Pittsburgh had a beat the first time they played them. Everybody forgets that. The one team that had a beat was Pittsburgh. They played them tough, but they don't have that team to beat them.
You think it's that fast defense has something to do with it?
They don't have a team to beat them now.
Not enough offense. No, I agree.
Yeah.
1,000,000,000%. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, the only thing we'll say about it, it's time now for Beckham just to shut up completely. I didn't know he played. He might have played
Yeah, I know.
3 catches.
That's nothing.
And the other guy that with all the commercials, fixing a light bulb and all. It's time for him to concentrate on football because they seriously think, fellas, they're laughing at you, not with you.
Yeah, it's truth. It's just you got to win games.
Shut your mouth.
You got to win games.
Or be Muhammad Ali and knock them all
Right.
out.
Yeah,
Then
win games.
We're fine either way.
Win games.
How about Dolphins? Down? Eagles, it's always next week for the Eagles. They're always going to, I've written them off.
Oh, you almost have to. I heard a stat come in today. It was amazing. Eagles Miami had 10 drives all year, over 60 yards.
5 straight yesterday?
5 straight. 5 straight touchdowns.
I know one thing. That guy might not be a star, but he's certainly not awful.
No, he isn't.
The quarterback.
Yeah, I know. Fitzpatrick.
Fitzy. He's Ivy League.
He'll play. They like him. The players all play with him.
He's hard-nosed, too. He'll dive into that end zone.
Yes, he will.
God bless him.
Yep.
No, both New York teams. Jeez.
Well, the Jets have been on a roll. That's why it's NFL.
Yeah.
Just
but
hard.
you know what?
Every game's hard.
I watched Pittsburgh beat Cincy, and I'm watching the whole time, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not a big Andy Dalton guy, but he could have won this game. Mm-hmm. And I think they look.
Well, they find out that everybody. That's once again. Yeah. It drives me nuts. They think Dalton's not a important guy.
Yeah.
He's playing on a team that has their best wide receiver is Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
He's the number 3 on every other team. Please stop looking at quarterbacks, guys. Every fan looks at the quarterback. It's a whole team. Put Dalton on a good team. And they say, man, the red guy, he can really play.
The red rifle.
I mean, geez, man.
Hey, the Skins. Carolina.
There's a bad loss.
There's a guy that's gone.
There's a bad loss. He's gone, for sure.
That did it.
That fired him.
That put the nail in.
That fired. You had 14-0 and you lose that game. That fired him.
4 weeks remain. Denver beats the Chargers.
I think they have to start over. I think Rivers has to go. And I like Rivers, but he got to go.
I don't, but he could help somebody win.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Could he go to like a team that needs a quarterback, or
he can't move at all?
Can't move.
Can't move at all. In today's world,
today event ways to lose. So yesterday they tie it with 20 seconds.
Yes.
And the only thing that team can do is throw deep and hope for interference.
Yeah, they do it all the time. They find a way to lose every game. Every week is the same thing.
And every year, it's not just this guy.
Yes.
Like the coaching. It's like someone said, don't blame this coach.
Every year.
No, the coach has been on for 20 years.
I like that coach. Every year, they just find ways to lose every year.
That's where the pass interference 15 comes into play.
It does. You've always said that.
Yeah.
You've always said that.
You know my biggest thing, and it happens, teams I have, of course. 3rd and 17. We stop them and they get a 5-yard penalty automatic first down. No reason for that to be automatic first down. It
happens all the time.
That would stop that.
Happens all the time.
But it didn't, as you said. NCAA hoops, the top teams. If you fell asleep 10 years ago and I woke you up, I said, hey, you said, I want to watch a college game. Take me to Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, Villanova. You throw it.
I will say this, though. Of all the time, I'm sitting here right now on December, I have no idea who's national champion is.
No.
Before, I could have said 3 or 4 teams.
Don't you think the one and dones have made it?
I have no idea who's
Is that true?
Yes.
And there's someone in the woods like now, like at Texas Tech or in Nevada, that we don't know about that has seniors that'll be tough to beat.
Could win it, yeah.
Good point.
Because this year the freshmen also are not like they were.
Okay.
There is no guys out there are dominant freshmen like you think.
How about Duke getting their first home loss? A Dawn League in
Did somebody watch David and Boston that game? Oh my gosh! Somebody thinks they want to play Division I.
Forget it.
They had men on that court that looked at Duke and thought,
well, you know what happened?
Who are these young guys?
You know what happened? This happened before. Pitt, guy was running his mouth. He goes, they got it made. He goes, they don't play a tough team. Well, then Nichols beat them. So about 3 nights later, I'm flipping through, and I saw Nichols. I said, whoa!
Men. They're men. They are. They're men. So just go to a YSU game when somebody comes in there
YSU,
and look at these men.
They're men.
They're men. They are.
That's the only way to say it. Tourneys over the holidays. I'll say, you can't tell. Sometimes they're not eating right. They're not sleeping right. Whatever. But I will say this: these young guys don't realize Bimini, Nassau, Puerto Rico, all these places that the average fan just can't afford to visit.
They never see.
And these young men, they don't have any money. They need loan. He said they can't buy a pizza. Bulldoggers.
They're on the beach. They're on the beach all day getting ready to play a basketball game. That's pretty sweet.
I've never been to Bimini.
Never been to Bimini.
I don't know where it is.
Where's Bimini?
I don't know. It's near Mount Deer Park. Then I know. Okay, the NBA. They're the young players in this league. This Doncic, I saw him yesterday. Give LeBron a little, I don't need a screen.
Right.
Step back and bang about Albert. I'll say it was 5 feet behind.
Yeah, he's putting up gigantic stats.
It was 28-footer.
Yeah, for 20 years old, he's putting up stats.
He's a kid.
Stats that are unbelievable, yeah. Somebody had said he was too soft to play.
Yeah, he looks soft, yeah.
I'd fire that scout right now.
And there's great ones, but there's one, the freak. Anna Kumbo.
Yeah, he's different. That's because he's 6'9" or 6'10".
Freak. How his wingspan.
Yeah, he's 7'3", yes.
And he's terrific. And you know what? He's humble.
Is he making any free throws this year? That's why I was still worried about making free throws.
And you have every right. Now, Harden, I'm always all over Harden for being a Kobe shooter, you know.
Right.
11 for 39. Well, I'm apologizing for Saturday night. He had 60 in 3 quarters and only shot a handful of times.
Yeah, and he has to do it for Houston this year, really.
He didn't play fourth quarter.
No, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, they scored 150.
I know. That's why the guy there, he can't win a championship playing this.
No, I agree.
I truly believe that.
And I Tillman Fertitta thinks he's a smart guy. I'd like to tell him that, the owner. You'll never win like that.
I don't think
someone's going to dig in and beat you 104-100.
I don't think. I really don't think you can win.
No, I can't argue. Miscellaneous items. We got about 3-4 minutes. Locally. Now, if you like women's volleyball, and I don't know how you can't, for God's sake.
That's your sport.
Pitt is hosting NCAA tourney this weekend. And Albert, when I tell you, I watch it on the Big Ten Network quite a bit. These women are outstanding. And Pitt's one of the top.
Top five.
So there you go.
Well, they're first of all, they're so athletic at the net and so athletic at the ground. They do both. They can get on the ground and jump. They can do both. Yeah. And then their teamwork is tremendous. Yeah. And then the coaching has really improved immensely.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Coach was fired Sunday. There's a hot seat, and then there's the electric chair. Electric chair. Missouri.
Yeah.
South Florida.
Mississippi.
And there's one coming. I hear how they.
USC.
Yeah, they kept him, but it's done. Well, they kept him today, but he's done. I heard. I was shocked.
Chris Peterson quit. I was surprised on that at Washington. Yeah. I had no idea that was coming.
He's moving into the office.
Yeah.
And that guy that ran his mouth on Leach, he's got it. So we'll see. Remember the guy that said Washington State never does anything different? Right. Well, he's a coach.
Yeah, it is so difficult in today's world that unless you have some kind of balance, or, as George said, make $70 million, the pressure that you put on yourself. Yeah. We were just high school coaches.
Yeah.
And it affect our health.
Hey, BC, they got bench press out of there too. Now, Texas fires a coordinator. I assume he was told.
Both of them.
Was he told?
Oh, yes.
Because he's next.
Yeah, they had to. And also,
7-5 at Texas is not acceptable.
And Texas is the one place that says, if Alabama gives this much money, we'll give them this much money. So I think they're going to take Brady off LSU. I really think you'll see
they don't care
Brady's
what it costs. Do they care what it costs?
Nope.
They just sell another head of
By the way, that's the most important thing. It's not the head coach.
It seems like
it's the coordinators that do the dominating in college these days.
Got about a minute. Are the officials having the worst year you've ever seen?
Well, I told you there's two things because we see them all the time.
Okay.
So I think they're lousy, but everything is seen.
Okay.
And if it's a bad play, they slow it down to about.
He scored. Well, really, did they see it like that, or did they
put it
just
down like this?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like that.
I agree. We talked about the me first stuff. We're sick of it. The fighting before the game. All this nonsense. There used to be a line.
Please.
And as rough and tough as Joe Green was, he wasn't taking your helmet off and hitting you with it. He might rip your helmet off.
Yes.
But he didn't hit you.
Just crazy.
No, it's just, and coaches, I'm imploring you. You're the last bastion of discipline.
That's why I like
You want to see it? Sit them down and they'll stop. Because what's the common thing?
Yeah, they don't like to be sat.
They all want to play. Last thing, Terrell Pryor stabbed. Good luck to him. Bless him. But at the same time, you got to watch. He's being charged also, so there's some kind of violence. Hey, thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. See you next week.